In South Norwood, there's a themed bar and restaurant called the Gold Coast. Before that, it was a spit and sawdust boozer called the Pleasant Pheasant. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, we'd drop in for the odd drink. We lived nearby in Oakley Road. What I didn't realise then was that over a century earlier, one of my ancestors drank there too. My great-great-grandfather, Arthur James Baxter, born in 1848, and the pub, though known by another name, was the very place he spent his final evening. Arthur ran his decorating and plumbing business from 124 Portland Road. The sign above the shop read House Decorator, Painter, Plumber, Gas and Sanitary Engineer, established 1878. His family lived above the shop, but by the turn of the century they had moved a few streets away to Cobden Road. Arthur was a well-known figure in the area. In 1907, he was listed as president of the South Norwood Tradesmen's Club, which had over 500 members. On Whit Monday 1913, Arthur visited the Spread Eagle, as the pub was then known, with his son-in-law. They were regulars, and Arthur was in good spirits. He ordered a glass of bitter, but barely sipped it. He picked up 2 bottles of beer to take home and handed over a florin, but couldn't seem to pick up his change. He said his fingers had pins and needles and his collar felt tight. The barman slipped the coins into Arthur's pocket, and as he turned to leave, Arthur collapsed backwards into a chair. Arthur was lifted into the garden and seen by a local doctor, who had him transported home to rest. That night, the family would look in on him from time to time. They thought he was simply drunk and sleeping it off. But by morning, he was gone. At the inquest, the coroner gave the cause of death as syncope, a sudden loss of consciousness from heart failure. Arthur Baxter was 65. It was a quiet end for a man who dedicated his days to improving the homes of others while building a strong and steady household of his own. Now, whenever I pass along Portland Road, I remember Arthur Baxter, his shop, and the pub where he spent that final evening. A name in my family tree from far back in time, and for a brief moment, not so far away at all. Last Orders is a true story unearthed from local newspapers at Find My Past. Music and sound effects are from Envato Elements. The script and production are by me, Tim Longhurst. Thank you for listening.